American television personality and child advocate Fred Rogers once said, "We all have different gifts, so we all have different ways of telling the world who we are."
Being a unique individual yourself, my guess is that you agree with him. Imagine how boring life would be if we were all the same, had all the same talents, and all the same shortcomings.
When it comes to child-directed play, it is no surprise that children are going to bring their many talents and shortcomings to the table, the sum total of which makes them uniquely themselves. The purpose of identifying a child's special needs is so that the adults in their life can give them what they need to learn and thrive. It is not a way to limit them, but a way to provide for them. It allows us to level the playing field. As a special education teacher, every year on the first day of school, I would explain to my students that my job was a lot like being a shoe salesperson. Many of them would be wearing new shoes that day, so this was a relatable, albeit strange comparison. I would go on to explain that a shoe salesperson's job is to measure your foot and bring you not only the shoe that you picked out, but a size that will fit comfortably. After you try on the shoe though, maybe it doesn't feel quite right. Maybe it hurts a little bit when you walk. So the salesperson then would bring you a different pair of shoes from the back room. This continues until you have a shoe that you like and that fits well. That is what I do as a teacher, I would tell them. I will measure a few things, have you try on a few things, and ultimately make sure I give you an education that you can enjoy and that fits you well. Throughout the year, I would say, okay, these shoes are going back on the shelf in the back room. They just don't fit. Let me grab you something else.
A big part of child-directed play is accepting and celebrating a child for who they are, right now, today, in this moment. Tailoring your expectations and responses will go a long way toward your child feeling loved for exactly who they are. You know your child best.
Consider these suggestions and see if any of them might help your child to feel more comfortable while playing together. Movement seekers and attention spanners. Not all kids are comfortable sitting and playing a game. Many like to stand. Many like to wander. Many like to sit on the floor, then stand, then run a little, then sit again. You can ask your child in motion, "Am I good right here?" to see if they want you to move about as well. Don't feel like either of you need to be stationary to be successful.
Related to this is a child's ability to attend. Children who have a hard time with sustained attention might present similarly to kids who have to be on the go.
Whether moving or still, some kids will need to change games frequently as it matches their current attention span. This is absolutely fine. Your job is to just say yes.
Gross and fine motor abilities. For reasons related to body awareness and spatial perception, some children prefer more big muscle play as compared with play that involves more delicate work with their fingers. They want to bounce, kick a ball, roll down a hill. They may want to set up an obstacle course or jump on a trampoline. Is this your child?
On the other hand, some children find fine motor play to be much more pleasing. These children may opt to play with Play-Doh, make a macaroni necklace, or build a castle out of Legos.
They may like games such as Connect 4, where there are small pieces to manipulate and place. Maybe this is your child.
One type of play isn't more beneficial, so whatever your child gravitates to today is worthwhile. Sensory input. We all take in information through our senses. Some children, however, have difficulty processing this information, the results of which can lead to a fingernails on the chalkboard type of sensation for them.
This feeling can come for things they hear, such as a garbage truck going down the street or the beep of a microwave. It can come from things they feel, such as a tag on a shirt or an unwanted hug. It can come from things they see, such as a crowded gathering or a large hanging chandelier.
To keep child-directed play a fun experience, you might consider avoiding games that involve surprising elements, loud elements,
and/or bodily contact. Emotions running high. Many children are passionate about what they play.
It stands to reason then that their emotions can run a little high when it comes to winning, losing, or somehow straying from their intended outcome. If this sounds familiar, then consider acknowledging it with a big smile. It seems to me that you really like to win, or you just love when I lose, huh? Another helpful thing to say is, we can pause and go back. This is like a do-over when a child becomes upset at a play outcome.
You can erase what just happened and start again, like going back in time and changing something. Finally, if a child just cannot recover from a frustrating turn of events, it is okay to lovingly end the play.
Empathize with their disappointment. Offer to sit with them if they'd like, or let them know that you'll just give them some space, but we'll check on them in a few minutes to see if they are feeling any better. Try your best to have another child-led play session either later that day or the next day to show them that no matter what, you'll always want to play together.
Endless options. If you've ever been to a roadside diner and felt overwhelmed by the 10-page menu, you can relate to how some children feel when you say, "What would you like to play?" The endless array of options can feel a little paralyzing,
especially if they think your offer is a one-time deal. On the other hand, a child can also draw a complete blank and say, "I don't know," keeping you at an impasse. If either of these sound like your child, consider offering a small menu of choices. A 3-option menu usually works well. Sometimes just offering your menu of 3 will spark a 4th idea in their mind. Great, go with idea 4.
If your child is less verbal, you could set out 3 types of toys, maybe Matchbox cars, dinosaurs, or Play-Doh. Then say to your child, "Would you like to play with these?" and see what they gravitate to. It may be all 3.
While it's absolutely true to say that all children are special, as adults who love them, we are being supportive and nurturing when we acknowledge what makes them so.
We get them glasses, braces, or hearing aids. We don't keep foods in the house to which they are allergic, and we put step stools by the bathroom sink. We buy them shoes that fit.
And in so doing, we are saying over and over again, you are a unique person, and I love you exactly as you are.